Hello, Zang Gang. Today's the day we've been waiting for weeks. I'm so excited. I finally get to go back. This is not clickbait, guys. Guardian ranks are being fixed tonight. Finally. I know I'm not the only person that was waiting for this. This is so important and I'm so excited. Let's go over this patch notes. All right, so today we will release an update for Borderlands 3 by or before 3 p.m. PST that addresses reported issues with Guardian rank and fast traveling to Sanctuary 3. Adds vending machines to Skywhale 27 and includes some support for the first DLC. Moxie's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot, which will be live on December 19th. With this patch also comes a new hotfix menu. You will know that the hotfix are applied when you see the menu get a little more festive. Below are the notes for today's patch. New content. Added support for Borderlands 3 DLC Moxie's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot live on December 19th. Stability. Addressed a reported concern related to the grenade indicator widget. Addressed a reported concern related to the mini-map widget. Fixed a crash that sometimes occurred when exiting the echo menu. Fixed a crash that sometimes occurred when a user attempted to load in the game after experiencing a network error. Fixed a rare crash that sometimes occurred in split screen when players leave the party. Fixed a rare crash that sometimes occurred after idling for 10 minutes. Fixed a crash that sometimes occurred in split screen on Xbox One. Improved network performance on PC to prevent hitching related to friends or network games. I will have these patch notes in the description of this video and in a pinned comment below if you would like to read them yourselves. For the UI, improved inventory menu performance. Improved performance when opening Guardian rank menu. PC added support to immediately swap between glyph types when using auto detect. Added numbered icons to the Mayhem mode icon on the HUD. Added missing Japanese characters. Added an issue where all functionality could sometimes be lost when pressing the options button within the mode before starting a game. Addressed an issue where Mayhem mode icons on the HUD would sometimes become inconsistent when adjusting difficulty. Addressed an issue where thumbnails and locked state could sometimes become incorrect when viewed in the menu. Addressed an issue where vending machine thumbnails could sometimes be incorrect. Addressed an issue where the photo mode settings could sometimes scroll off the screen. PC addressed an issue where the PC text chat UI would sometimes disappear after being opened for the second time during a cinematic. Addressed an issue where friend's profile icon were sometimes not showing up correctly on the echo menu. Addressed an issue where the character icon sometimes failed to be present when viewing the friend's mail prompt in the mail menu. Addressed an issue where clients could sometimes lose functionality when opening the echo menu after exiting a vehicle. Console addressed an issue where item cards would sometimes appear cut off when viewing items in chests in split screen. Console addressed issue where small item cards would sometimes be displayed on the wrong player's screen in split screen. Addressed an issue where clients who late joined the takedown at the Malawan Black site would sometimes not have spectator mode button prompts. Addressed an issue where performance could sometimes be negatively impacted by pressing inputs from two different sources while spectating during the takedown at the Malawan Black site. Addressed an issue where primary and secondary stats could sometimes overlap on legendary artifact item cards. That was really annoying. I'm glad that's fixed. Addressed an issue where multiple notifications were sometimes being triggered after having completed a challenge. Missions addressed a perceived progression blocker that sometimes occurred if the player jumped before Chad did during the mission Swamp Bro. Addressed a perceived progression blocker where the objective kill Ratch sometimes when update during the mission The Family Jewel. Addressed a perceived progression blocker during the mission In the Shadows of the Starlight. Addressed perceived progression blockers related to traveling between environments on Promethea. Addressed a reported concern where waypoints would sometimes fail to appear when obtaining a mission for an environment that hadn't been unlocked yet. Addressed a reported concern where players were sometimes unable to complete fast travel station zone progress when exploring Cathedral of the Twin Gods. Addressed multiple issues with echo dialogue not displaying. In gameplay, updated weapons wielded by COV badass enemies to use bullet-based variations to cut down on FX spam. Fixed a reported concern where Guardian rank perks would sometimes be disabled for users that had already unlocked them. Sometimes, I'm pretty sure almost everybody in the world had them disabled. Thank you, Gearbox. I'm okay. I know it took a long time and it made me pretty mad, but I'm glad it's finally done. I didn't expect it till next Thursday, so I am super stoked. Addressed a reported concern where enemies would sometimes deal excessive damage to vehicles in True Vault Hunter mode. Addressed a reported concern where the Spider Ant King enemy sometimes failed to launch the sticky projectile from his tail when performing a web pull attack. Addressed a reported concern that enemies might not spawn from warp anchors and dropships. Addressed a reported concern that Zane's quick breather skill was sometimes not functioning. Addressed a reported concern that Zane's, I don't know how to pronounce that skill, would sometimes not award the player shield restoration. Addressed a reported concern that Zane's Premunitious skill would sometimes not award the player proper clip size on the first clip of the weapon the digiclone is spawned with. Addressed a reported concern that Moses' Stainless Steel Bear skill would sometimes not award the damage bonus to Iron Bear. Addressed a reported concern that Mose would occasionally be ejected from Iron Bear immediately after exiting it. Addressed a reported concern that a client's camera would sometimes occasionally stutter and lose functionality after performing Amara's downfall skill into a kill volume. Addressed a reported concern that Amara's indiscriminate skill could sometimes create lots of ricochet bullets when firing the legendary Malawan shotgun projectile Recursion. Addressed a reported concern where invulnerable shields would sometimes fail to block rounds fired from the legendary Malawan shotgun projectile Recursion. Yes, the projectile Recursion is nerfed, and I don't think it will be relevant anymore. I'm sorry to you guys who were relying on that, but that was very necessary in my opinion. It was way overused, and that's how everybody was doing the takedown in minutes solo. Alright, general fixes. Added functionality to skip the intro movie once the video has fully loaded. Added vending machines to Skywell 27. Disabled access to photo mode during Fight for Your Life. Changed the default send mail error to encompass additional issues. PC adjusted volume and attention to bring music volume up while playing in hi-fi mode on PC. Crew quarter room decorations now correctly use the rotation of the hook. Optimize challenges to prevent hitching when saving. Optimize challenge completion percentage computation to occur over multiple frames to prevent hitching. Prevent a reported concern where save game could sometimes get bloated with duplicate challenge data. Fixed a reported concern where save game data could sometimes have a minor leak. Fixed a reported concern where the game would not start up in correct resolution, sometimes when using full screen mode and display scaling. Fixed a reported concern where the player could sometimes remain invisible after respawning. Fixed a reported concern where clients would sometimes not see Sanctuary 3 fast travel stations until they were already in the map. Fixed a reported concern where the D-pad would sometimes not change selections in the Sanctuary 3 fast travel list. Fixed a reported concern where clients might not unblock fast travel stations after using the fast forward feature. Fixed a reported concern where environments could sometimes appear unnaturally bright due time of day errors. Fixed a reported concern where vehicle boost FX could sometimes appear black. Fixed a typo for the spelling of the immune text pop in German. Fixed a reported concern where some strings for the key binding menu were not localized. Fixed a reported concern where the badass event icon could sometimes show up when the event had been deactivated when using the EchoCast Twitch extension. Fixed a reported concern where cryo destructible pose sometimes did not match character when in ragdoll. Console fixed a reported concern where the custom waypoint hit text would sometimes appear in the zone map in non-current environments on console. Console fixed a reported concern where photo mode filters sometimes weren't working properly with HDR. Console fixed a reported concern where Vault Hunter profile cards sometimes didn't pull from local data for split screen players, causing a mismatch in presentation. Fixed a reported concern where the client would sometimes see an unresponsive black screen after accepting an invite during the intro movie. PC fixed a reported concern where the Vault Hunter profile cards on Epic Game Store were sometimes not showing correctly. As always, you can help us by reporting any issues you have to support.2k.com. Thank you so much, 2K and Gearbox. This was an awesome hotfix today. You did a lot of stuff. The biggest points here are Guardian ranks are back, so you guys should expect a Zane build here in a few days. And the recursion is nerfed. We shouldn't have to worry about that anymore. I was simply leaving raids because people were using the recursion and it didn't make it fun for me. So I'm very excited for that. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment about how you feel about this. Subscribe to the Zane Gang for some more content like this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Spikes out!